off. Let's see if she can flash this first one.
It's good.
All right, nice.
Right,
No, she's got it.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, she's going fast.
Oh,
that's
that
what I like
hustle.
to see. She wants first. Challenge 1. Athletes start by konging to the highlighted wall, then immediately rolling across the wall, clearing the highlighted ledge. Challenge 2. Athletes start with a dive catch and without taking any extra swings, must perform a lache precision to the highlighted wall. Challenge 3. Athletes start with a dive catch to lache cat, immediately followed by a cat back to the highlighted wall. Challenge 4. Athletes start with one stride on the IMAX wall, connecting another stride up to a precision on the highlighted ledge. Challenge 5. Athletes start with a Kong clear to the highlighted ledge, immediately followed by a vault out.
And all of these challenges have been configured in such a way that you should be able to flow from one to the next if you do them in order. Like, there is an ideal flow. And the challenges aren't necessarily meant to be at the maximum of these athletes' abilities, but they could be potentially difficult to execute, especially all of them in 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's something really important to keep in mind while we're watching this. The individual challenges, some people might look at it and be like, well, give me time and I'll get there, right? These athletes only have 2 minutes to complete all 5.
And they got to come in pre-warmed up. They know what these challenges are, but they were not able to test them out at all. Yeah, Lani's starting up top. The pressure is on. And it's going to kick off day 1 of SPL2 semis.
And she's off. Let's see if she can flash this first one.
Okay,
It's
good.
Hey, we're taking that one. Moving away over to the dive catch lache. No extra swings here. You really have to control that dive catch. Amazing.
Oh,
stick
no.
from Lani.
But Ref Tom says no.
Oh, Tom didn't like it. Now, my guess is there may have been a bit too much of her foot on top of the ledge there. She'll have to hold it back a bit more. That's very difficult to do when you're doing a dive catch like this. It comes in with so much momentum.
That's right.
All right.
And our skill reps are looking for at least half of your foot hanging off of the edge, just so it's not a American stick. But
go for the cat back.
And climb up, is that required?
Has to end in a climb up, yep.
Okay.
Ends in top out. That is 3 challenges complete.
And that's a strong climb up.
All right, this is a heavy drop stride here.
A little down and up. Whoa! Full body ripple.
She's making it look simple, though. Like I said, this first stride is very heavy, and you have to redirect.
Oh, good fight. Good fight, Lani.
Lani looks like she is cruising through this round right now.
And last challenge. That's a no.
Not going to count that. I think there was just a little bit of a lack of control, leaning back a little bit. Got to have that chest forward to vault out a little bit smoother. There
and that's good. Let's go, Lani.
All right. Lani completing every single challenge.
Damn, let's go, Lani. That was great. It only took 2 attempts for that middle challenge. Other than that, flashing most of these, if I am not mistaken. Oh, no. And then 2 attempts on that last challenge?
Yep, two attempts on 2 challenges, but that's basically nothing. It's going to need some hustle from the rest of the athletes to complete this, but that is where the game of not being able to see what your opponent is doing really comes into play. Because a lot of the times in rounds like this, you don't want to rush, you don't want to tire yourself out, because you want to come into each one fresh and with the mindset of, I'm going to stick it. So generally, you'll see athletes take their time a little bit more. Lani putting on such a good performance there. If our other athletes, other competitors come in and they take a little bit more time but still do it in the same amount of tries, that's going to hurt them a lot.
And it looks like all of our athletes have at least 2 chances on each of these challenges concerning the time. Like 1 attempt to just kind of clear the pipes and then straight to it. And now we got Hikari Izumi from Japan. Hikari stepping up to the plate. Looks like she's going to be going through the same route that Lani did.
Hikari also competing in style as well.
Super well-rounded athlete, very clean. And that's a pretty steep drop on the side of that roll. Like, you got to hit a nice shoulder roll there or else down you go. And get them last shoe wipes in.
You also got to really space this first Kong so that you land far enough to get a good propulsion into that roll. Otherwise, you might clip.
Good.
All right.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay, I think she's got this lâché.
I agree. Yeah, Lachey's,
Okay.
Lachey's were a big, strong showing that she had yesterday. Now, I haven't seen cat back from her yet. Big dive catch. It's the first cat back.
Nice.
No.
Oh, look at that climb up, Hikari. All right.
Oh, that was a very respectable climb up.
Oh, she's got this. No prob. Oh, okay.
Okay.
We're taking the
Tom's
1-2. Okay, last challenge.
Last challenge.
She gonna flash the whole damn thing? Ooh, yeah!
She
Let's go!
Okay, Hikari. Literally making the course look too easy.
Setting the standard. Now the rest of our competitors got to follow that one up.
And she said, don't underestimate what I can do. Make these harder for me.
Let's go. You should be happy with that.
Now, if you're one of the other competitors just waiting in isolation, you've got to have some idea of how fast this is going. There's no way you don't hear the crowd cheering.
Yeah.
You can just kind of count the cheers. 1, 2, 3. And then once it gets to 5, you're like, wait, she finished all 5 that fast?
Yeah, true. This is going to put some pressure on our other competitors.
Hikari had 47 seconds to spare. Oh, no, she completed them in 47 seconds.
Let's go. Holy, over a minute left to spare completing all these challenges.
A minute 13 remaining on the clock, if my math does me justice.
And I was actually surprised that she made that lâché. She came into it a little hard and kind of had to catch herself and straight arm herself into that lâché.
Right. Love that drop. Yeah, she did a really good job there on each cat of dropping the bottom. Bekah Jackson coming up next. Now, she is an absolute powerhouse. If you follow her on Instagram, she does a lot of calisthenics, and she is extremely strong. The first time I saw her was one of the gnarliest dive Kongs I've ever seen.
And she's also an undisputed World Chase Tag competitor, is she not?
She is the Baroness of Bolt.
Come on.
I believe for Team Nemesis. Now, Bekah's real challenge here, I think, is going to be holding back. She 100% has the power to hit all of these first try, but she's going to have to hold back on a couple of these lâchés, I think.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
uh-oh.
Looks like maybe she clipped her leg on the corner there. Have to clear that corner.
Explain. Over her. Oh, okay, so it was a problem with her roll technique.
See.
Switched it up by involving her shoulder.
We do not take gymnastics rolls. We do not take somersaults. Only shoulder rolls in here.
We are not gymnastics. Louder for the people in the back.
Let's go for this. Ooh, big jump.
Whoa, what an angle.
But if that leg lifts at all, even if they stay on, does not count as a clean stick. We need to see control over everything there.
And she came in with a pretty sharp angle.
She did. She went for a heavy dive to the other side of the bar. Much better control.
Oh, and still
Tom's not going to give it.
Oh, moving on.
Decides she's not going to worry anymore about that one. She's going to move on to the more powerful ones.
Box that one up.
Yeah, this one takes a little bit more strength here. You know she's got it.
Oh.
There it is.
And we are seeing like a sharp increase in the level of these climb-ups from last year.
Oh, without a doubt, and you love to see that.
All right.
Nice. I was holding my breath there. I saw the knees go over, but she fought it very well.
Good fight.
Oh, and her Kongs are out of this world. I think this is an easy flash.
Yeah. Like okay, so she's going to go back to that lâché challenge and see if she can scoop that one up. She's really got to change up that approach, though, because what she was doing before did not seem to be working.
No, that being said, I also think if she just does the same thing but controls that stick a little bit better, she's there. Ooh, that's a big jump. Oh.
It's just harder to control with that approach. If she
You're
can
right.
get more of a parallel jump to the bar and then redirect last second.
She gets in there. All right, last challenge.
Oh, damn. And just nearly getting it on her last attempt.
It's very close. And you saw there she did try to come in a little bit shallower on that dive this time, but she almost missed the ledge.
Yeah.
She ended up getting her feet on there, just not able to control the landing.
And there was that first roll where Coach – oh, no, there was that second roll where she cleaned it up.
And then I really want to see this first one because the first one looked pretty good from my angle. Oh, right. No. I'm thinking of the second one. That's my bad.
And also hitting a lache with bent arms, that can make it go a little bit hectic as well.
Yeah, here we go.
Just didn't quite have the control with her upper body.
Yeah, hard to see. It may have been that left foot. From our angle, it's difficult to see. Our judge had the exact right angle, though.
And depending on how the rest of our competitors do, that could be enough to get her into finals, but having one challenge off the board could be something that takes her out of the running.
And from here on out, every athlete that's about to hit the course completed all 6 challenges yesterday. And if you haven't caught on yet, it's in order of where they finished, just reverse order. So each athlete from here on out, on paper, should do better than the last.
And Noa getting her last looks at this Kong. Representing Adidas and Red Bull, a fierce, fierce competitor used to competing at the world stage. And just to remind you, Noa is working with 2 injured feet. Towards the front of her feet, she's trying to avoid using those parts. It's good.
All right, nice.
Right on. Okay, this is good.
Now let's see how that control on this lache is.
Yeah, Noah's good on
control
them
that
bars.
momentum.
Oh!
Beautiful.
Oh,
no.
What?
I got so excited.
What the? She's saying the same thing. She's like, what the heck? It was nice how
Little too far forward. Judges are going to be very strict as the competition continues.
Okay. Yeah, Noa very strong on the bars. Look at the way that she's catching it. She's more so falling to the bar. Okay. That's 3 for Noa.
All right, now let's see how these strides treat her with those injured feet. This first one, as we said, is pretty heavy with a direction change. You're going to have to take a bit of pain if your foot is injured. Oh, looks strong.
Oh.
Looks like no problem with the strides. In fact, overpowered it a bit. I'd like to see her take the second one a little slower, just like that.
Yup.
There it is.
Okay.
A little bit more absorption on that second step so that she could just lift through and get height, not so much distance.
And Noah's another one of our competitors who will be competing in style later on today, so this is not her only session today. Oh, and that's a good step.
Speaking of style, going for the Kong straight to safety is not required, but much more impressive than landing both feet and then doing a little side Kong out.
A little steezier. Come on, Noa. She said that's that Red Bull athlete finesse. Come on.
Now, what she really said is, hey, you know what? Skill's a little too easy. I'm going to start practicing for style a little early.
Come on. So Noa completing it in 81 seconds. That puts her in second currently.
Oh,
Yeah.
and again, that camera angle, we just can't quite see the back foot.
And this second one, she was still a little deep, like more than half of her foot on top of the obstacle, but it is up to the judge's discretion.
Yep. And Judge Tom is one of the best.
Some of the nicest dive rolls in the world. Shout out his video, dive holes. Whoops. Let's go.
Oh, great control.
Okay, up next from Taiwan, Louisa Chang, the heights master. That first Kong should be of no concern to her.
Yeah, I see every single one of these getting flashed.
For sure.
That
Louisa's been on a tear this year.
That is my expectation. Louisa competing in SPL a couple times now, doing very well for herself in skill. Now, do you think there's going to be any challenges here that are going to be difficult for her?
No.
I don't think so.
I think potentially she might have difficulty dialing back her momentum on the stride challenge, but other than that, I think she's going to flash all of these puppies.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. We'll have to see, though. Nerves can go crazy. If you have the skill, but the nerves kind of get a hold of you, that can be a scary thing. Now, what she is going to have to do is she's going to have to rush through these pretty quick if she wants to take that first place spot. So
and that is not off the plate for her. She could definitely take first.
Yep. I am very much going to be keeping my eye less on can she complete and more on how fast can she complete them.
Yep.
Perfect first challenge.
Yeah, that's right.
Straight
okay, now
over.
I think she'll get this one first tee.
Now you see her, she is taking her time here. This is where the isolation comes into play. Had she seen how quickly these other competitors made it through.
Oh! But she's got the right idea, feathering in her approach. She's not lunging at the bar. She's letting herself fall into her grip.
And that's one of the hard things here. You want to hit all these challenges first try. You know you need to hold back.
Oh, she might have shinned that one.
Sorry, that's not going to keep her down. She's ready.
Oh,
a little bit of hype from the crowd.
She's holding her shoulder a little bit.
Much better.
Okay.
Now you saw there, she got a really good catch and did not do the double hand release. Released one shoulder before the other. Gets a better view and better control.
No prob.
Nice work, Louisa.
Okay, it's good. Moving on to challenge number 4.
Now, she doesn't know this, but she does have to pick up the pace a little bit.
And notice how she's getting low before she strides into it, so she's not taking all that impact on that first stride. Okay,
right.
We're taking it.
Last one, and assuming that shoulder didn't take anything too heavy, should
They say
have this
30
no
seconds
problem.
left?
I believe I heard 30 seconds.
That should be time for 3 attempts, hopefully, but she could just get it in 1. Yup.
There it is.
Look at how smooth that was.
And you know, she's got to be feeling good about completing all the challenges, but I think even she was surprised by not flashing or getting it second try on that Lachey Pre.
Yeah, but she went into that first challenge saying no worries, not concerned about the height at all.
And now you can see, being an experienced athlete and competitor, she knows that she wants to take her time and get good attempts at each one of these. Oh, yeah, you can see the chest leaning back a little bit, kind of an arch in the back. Hard to see where you're landing there.
Just had to throw the bar a little bit more to send her chest forward.
But with this format, as we've been talking about, doing it in isolation where the rest of the competitors don't know what their competition has done, it kind of changes things up. It makes you have to gamble whether you're going to save your time and make each rep count or go a little bit faster and possibly risk tiring yourself out.
And I think we're still waiting for Louisa's time to come in.
Rachel Gough coming on the course next.
And I think Louisa had a time of 100 seconds. So that will put her in second.
Minute 40.
And now here comes the Gough squad. Rachel Gough, Modus Projects alumni, and a fierce competitor, was not breaking a single sweat with yesterday's challenges.
Yeah, she blitzed through yesterday's challenges in half the time that was allotted. And if I'm being honest with you, I think the challenges that we saw yesterday were a bit harder in the women's skill than today's challenges.
Yeah, because it is just a matter of how quickly you can complete these challenges. They're not necessarily the most skill testing out of all of the final skill challenges. Let's go, Rachel. She's looking relaxed up there.
Looks like she's getting some chalk. Oh, a little bit of water before she starts. Smart play.
The hydration. Water is God.
I'm going to take a note out of her book. Drink some water. Stay hydrated, y'all.
I might have just drank a little energy drink. It's got water in it.
It's got water in it.
Water's an ingredient.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm going to take a page out of Doey's book and take a little sip.
Okay, Rachel is set to go. Yeah, Rachel's got this. Come on, Rach.
Big energy from the crowd out here. Now, all eyes right now are going to be on this Lachey challenge, this first dive catch Lachey. Going for the Kong, rolls off.
Whoa, and just a little bit of her body hanging off on that roll, too.
Little spooky, but nothing too bad. Here we go.
Let's flash
Good
this challenge.
catch.
Oh!
Sits it down. Nice. Oh.
Oh, gee whiz.
Gets the X from coach. I
think just a little too deep on the Lachey. Okay. The standing stick.
Straight up and down. No bend in the knees whatsoever. Little breath before the dive. Oh, big Lachey.
Oh, and not changing her feet on that cat back. That's good. Okay.
There's a little bit of a slip on her foot going for the top out as well.
That's all good.
There's that little crouch down. Good strides.
Sticky, sticky.
Very sticky. Oh, she's going fast.
Whoa,
that's what I like to see. She wants first.
And finishing quick. Yup.
All
right, Rach. Come on.
There's the hustle we were talking about, knowing I have one challenge left. I know I can do it. I don't need to save my energy. Let me get to the starting point as quick as I can and get it done. That may be our fastest time. How'd that come out?
So Rachel completing all of her challenges in 63 seconds. Still keeping her behind Hikari Izumi, but now she's tied in second, I believe. 63 seconds. You could have stuck. She could have stuck that even if she had a torn ACL.
Now, as we talked about earlier, top 6 go through to finals.